All right, bottom of page 26, Telemachus's prayer. O God of yesterday, guest in our house who told me to take ship on the hazy sea for news of my lost father, listen to me. Be near me. The Achaeans' only way to hope to hinder me, the damned insolent suitors most of all. Athena was nearby and came to him, putting on Mentor's figure and his tone, the warm voice in a lucid flight of words. So, yep, Athena hears his prayer, comes back, disguised now as Mentor, gives him kind of a buck up speech. I'll find you a ship, I'll help you. And voila, Telemachus is ready for his mini Odyssey, where he goes on his journey. You'll never be faint-hearted or a fool, Telemachus. If you have your father's spirit, he finished what he cared to say, and what he took in hand he brought to pass. The sea routes will yield their distances to his true son, Penelope's true son. I doubt another's luck would hold so far. The son is rare who measures with his father, and 1 in 1,000 is a better man. But you will have the sap and wit and prudence, for you get that from Odysseus to give you a fair chance of winning through. So she's basically saying, most kids, they don't live up to their fathers, but you've got all this stuff from Odysseus. You're going to make it. So never mind the suitors and their ways. There is no judgment in them, neither do they know anything of death and the black terror close upon them, doomsday on them all. You need not linger over going to sea. I sailed beside your father in the old days. I'll find a ship for you and help you sail her. So go on home as if to join the suitors, but get provisions ready in containers, wine in 2-handled jugs and barley meal, the staying power of oarsmen, in skin bags watertight. I'll go the rounds and call a crew of volunteers together. Hundreds of ships are beached on sea-girt Ithaca. Let me but choose the soundest, old or new. We'll rig her and take her out on the broad sea. This was the divine speech Telemachus heard from Athena, Zeus's daughter. He stayed no longer, but took his heartache home and found the robust suitors there at work, skinning goats and roasting pigs in the courtyard. Antinius came straight over, laughing at him, and took him by the hand with a bold greeting. High-handed Telemachus, control your temper. Come on, get over it. No more grim thoughts, but feast and drink with me the way you used to. The Achaeans will attend to all you ask for, ship, crew, and crossing to the holy land of Pylos for the news about your father. Telemachus replied with no confusion. Antinius, I cannot see myself again taking a quiet dinner in this company. Isn't it enough that you could strip my house under my very nose when I was young? Now that I know, being grown, what others say, I understand it all, and my heart is full. I'll bring black doom upon you if I can, either in Pylos, if I go, or in this country, and I will go all the way, if only as someone's passenger. I have no ship, no oarsmen, and it suits you that I have none. Calmly, he drew his hand from Antinius's hand. At this, the suitors, while they dressed their meat, began to exchange loud mocking talk about him. One young, top-lofty gallant set the tone. So now all the suitors start to pick on him. Well, think of that. Telemachus has a mind to murder us. He's going to lead avengers out of Pylos or Sparta, maybe. Oh, he's wild to do it. Or else he'll try the fat land of Ephyra. He can get poison there and bring it home, doctor the wine jar, and dispatch us all. Another took the cue. Well, now, who knows? He might be lost at sea, just like Odysseus, knocking around in a ship far from his friends. And what a lot of trouble that would give us, making the right division of his things. We'd keep his house as dowry for his mother and the man who marries her. That was the drift of it. Telemachus went on through to the storeroom of his father, a great vault where gold and bronze lay piled along with chests of clothes and fragrant oil. And there were jars of earthenware and rows holding an old wine, mellow, unmixed, and rare. Cool stood the jars against the wall, kept for whatever day Odysseus, worn by hardships, might come home. The double folding doors were tightly locked and guarded night and day by the serving woman Euryclea, granddaughter of Pessinor, in all her duty vigilant and shrewd. Telemachus called her to the storeroom, saying, Nurse, get a few 2-handled traveling jugs filled up with wine, the second best, not that you keep for your unlucky lord and king, hoping he may have slipped away from death and may yet come again, royal Odysseus. 12 amphorae will do, seal them up tight, and pour out barley into leather bags. 20 bushels of barley barley meal ground fine. Now keep this to yourself. Collect these things, and after dark, when mother has retired and gone upstairs to bed, I'll come for them. I sail to Sandy Pylos, then to Sparta to see what news there is of father's voyage. So he's asking his old nurse, Euryclea, to help gather the provisions. His loving nurse, Euryclea, gave a cry, and tears sprang to her eyes as she wailed softly, "Dear child, whatever put this in your head? Why do you want to go so far in the world? And you, our only darling, Lord Odysseus died in some strange place far from his homeland. Think how, when you have turned your back, these men will plot to kill you and share all your things. Stay with your own dear, do. Why should you suffer hardship and homelessness on the wild sea?" So she's basically trying to talk Telemachus out of leaving. But seeing all clear, Telemachus replied, "Take heart, nurse. There's a God behind this plan, and you must swear to keep it from my mother until the 11th day, or 12th, or till she misses me or hears that I'm gone. She must not tear her lovely skin lamenting." Maybe it's tear her lovely skin lamenting. So the old woman vowed by all the gods and vowed again to carry out his wishes. Then she filled up the amphory with wine and sifted barley meal into leather bags. Telemachus rejoined the suitors. Meanwhile, the goddess with gray eyes, remember that's Athena, had other business disguised as Telemachus. Okay, so now she pretends to be Telemachus. She roamed the town, taking each likely man aside and telling him, "Meet us at nightfall at the ship." Indeed, she asked Naaman, Phronius' wealthy son, to lend her a fast ship, and he complied. Now, when at sundown shadows crossed the lanes, she dragged the cutter to the sea and launched it, fitted out with tough seagoing gear, and tied it up away at the harbor's edge. The crewmen gathered, sent there by the goddess. Then it occurred to the gray-eyed goddess Athena to pass inside the house of the hero Odysseus, showering a sweet drowsiness on the suitors, whom she had presently wandering in their wine. And soon as they could hold their cups no longer, they straggled off to find their beds in town. Eyes heavy-lidded, laden down with sleep. Then to Telemachus, the gray-eyed goddess appeared again, with Mentor's form and voice, calling him out of the lofty, emptied hall. So here was Athena, disguised as Telemachus, going around the town, rounding up a crew, getting a ship, and now she appears to Telemachus as Mentor again. "Telemachus, your crew of fighting men is ready at the oars and waiting for you. Come on, no point in holding up the sailing." And Pallas Athena turned like the wind, running ahead of him. He followed in her footsteps down to the seaside, where they found the ship and oarsmen with flowing hair at the water's edge. Telemachus, now strong in the magic, cried, "Come with me, friends, and get our rations down. They are all packed at home, and my own mother knows nothing, only one maid was told." He turned and led the way, and they came after, carried and stowed all in the well-trimmed ship, as the dear son of Odysseus commanded. Telemachus then stepped aboard. Athena took her position aft, and he sat by her. The two stroke oars cast off the stern hawsers and vaulted over the gunwales to their benches. Gray-eyed Athena stirred them a following wind, soughing from the northwest on the wine-dark sea. And as he felt the wind, Telemachus called to all hands to break out mast and sail. They pushed the foremast high and stepped it firm amidships in the box, made fast the forestays, then hoisted up the white sail on its halyards, until the wind caught booming in the sail, and a flushing wave sang backward from the bow on either side as the ship got way upon her, holding her steady course. Now they made, all secure, in the fast black ship, and setting out the wine bowls all abrim, they made libation to the gods, the undying, the ever new, most of all to the gray-eyed daughter of Zeus, and the prow sheered through the night into the dawn. So all of that was about getting the ship ready and taking off in the ship. But an important thing that they did before they went on their journey was a libation to the gods. So they set out this wine and they offered it to the gods, especially to Athena, so that they would have safe travels. Phew, we're done with book 2.